watchOS 11.1 release candidate has been released to developers, so we're going to take a look at it right here and see what's new. So first off, if we go into the settings app, we'll scroll down to general and then go to about. You can see 11.1, the build number on this is 22R582. This is a Series 10 Apple Watch. We have the second hand on the Flux watch face. Sadly, from my test, the second hand still don't work on every other watch face other than the reflection, which is right here. So you still have the second hand there. However, if I go to any other watch face, the second hand disappears as soon as it goes into that always on display, which is just kind of sad. I really keep hoping that Apple releases this. There is one other watch face that it does appear on, and that is an activity watch face, but even this is a Hermes watch, and even these don't get it on the Series 10, which is just insane. Now, I have reported to Apple about this being a bug in the OS, and you can see right here is the actual report. You can do the same if you have the feedback app and you're in some kind of beta system. You can report this as well. You can even mention this number right here. It is FB15502580. I'll put that in the description as well. If you mention that in here as well, it kind of just helps kind of grow attention to this bug. So hopefully we'll actually see Apple actually fix this, because as of right now, it's really looking like they're just not going to give us the second hands on any of the old watch faces. They're just doing it on the new ones. Now, while we're looking at watch faces, we might as well just go and see. There's no new watch faces, so I can come in here. The Flux, the photos, and the reflections are still the watch faces. And if I scroll through this activity digital, that's the other one that actually has the seconds when it's in the always on mode. The artist, you still just have the Chronograph Pro, not the original. The Explorer watch face is still gone as well. Let's go ahead and scroll down real quick just to make sure Siri watch face has not returned. So if you look right there, it is also not returned as well. Basically, those aren't coming back at this point. I don't really see Apple releasing those. If there were some faces that you really liked, Apple's just not gonna bring them back at this point. I still kind of hope they come out with a new series watch face, but as I mentioned in the past, I really believe that they're thinking that Smart Stacks is just going to replace that altogether. Smart Stacks have been working really well for me, but let's go ahead. One other bug that people are having that I haven't seen fixed yet, but we'll find out if it was fixed in the release candidate, is the now playing complication. So if I go in here, we have the now playing, and they still have this suggested music and podcasts will appear here. So it's still just this suggested complication. So right here, I have a song playing, and you can see it's not showing up right here. I can go ahead and click and add, and it does load it. In the past, I've had some issues there. So I'm glad to see that it's actually loading the song. But as far as it actually telling you what's playing right here, that still doesn't seem to work. So the now playing is basically just not what it should be. For right now, they really should just rename it if they're not going to bring it back, but they just haven't done anything with it. Now, Apple still hasn't released any kind of info on this build, what has changed. But if we look at the past build, it probably gives us pretty much what has happened. So if I go right in here, it fixed a StoreKit testing thing. It also fixed, resolved an issue with Widget Builder. This is a lot of developer stuff that they're really just saying. They're not really giving any kind of details on anything else other than just stuff for developers on these release fixes. But I really think this was more of just kind of a bug and battery fix for Apple rather than anything actually new. So talking about battery, how has battery been? And for me, it's been really, really well. So if I come in here and I go back out of general, I scroll down to battery. Now I'm at 86%. As you can see, I just recently charged it up to 97% about 2 hours ago. And that was during the process of actually updating this watch, and everything's worked there. If I go to my battery health is still at 100% because this is a basically brand new watch still at this point. So that's good to see that it hasn't dropped any. But overnight, I basically have seen, usually if I'm up to 100%, it will be less than like 7-8% I will drain overnight, which that's really good to see on the Apple Watch. So I'm really happy with how battery has been doing during these betas and now this final release. I don't think it will be any different. So I expect it to be just as good as well, which is, like I said, great to see. So overall, not a big massive change with 11.1. I expect 11.2 or 11.3 to be a bigger update for the watch. Usually they give us something new during those kind of times. Not new watch faces, but just new functionality. Right after a major release, it's mostly just trying to fix battery issues. Now, if you're wondering when this update will make it to your watch, I'm expecting it to come out next week with iOS 18.1, probably on Monday, could be Tuesday at the latest. I believe that's the 28th and 29th of October. So just keep an eye out for that. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.